So everybody's getting either excited or totally stressed out or both. And the holidays tend to bring up a lot of issues for people. It would be wonderful if the holidays were just happy and joyful and everything was cool. And there's obviously moments of that for sure. And maybe for some of us, there's the whole time is that way. But if you're based in reality, usually the holidays are rough for most people. So there's ways to get through the holiday season in a really good way and connecting with your family in ways that are really helpful. Now, all of us have issues with our families. It's just part of being in a family. Some of us have severe issues and some of us have more mild. So for those of us that have kind of like a little bit more rocky family environment, it's important to stay connected to yourself before you engage in those environments. So if you're going for a Hanukkah celebration or you're going for a Christmas Eve dinner or a New Year's Eve party or whatever, you're going to be around people in your family that in the past have triggered you or treated you poorly, or you've treated them poorly, or there's like tension. It's easy to fall back into the roles that we had when we were kids, when we're around our family. I do it all the time. My wife tells me when I visit my mom and my brothers and sisters and back in LA, she'll say, "You're acting like you're 14 years old." It's so interesting how we just kind of easily just go right back into the old ways. So in order to avoid that and to have a nice holiday season, you got to stay plugged into yourself, number one, and stay connected to who you are. Now, you might not know who that is. And that's what we're here at Rythmia to help teach you, is get you back to who you are as a person. And a lot of us, because we're in the rat race and we're grinding out this existence and we're all dealing with this pandemic still, and there's all kinds of chaos and confusion going on politically and in the world. And there's a lot of strife and there's economic problems and there's all kinds of issues, and always will be, by the way. The world is just, that's just the way the world is. How do we survive through that in a way that we can still have happiness, we can still be connected, and we can find success? Well, the key to it is self-realization. You have to know who you are. That is the key to this whole thing. Because if you start to try to fix other people or try to do all these external things, but you don't know who you are inside, you're never going to get anywhere. It's just going to be like you're putting the ox before the cart. You got to do yourself first. You got to get to know you first. So how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways. Sometimes people go to therapy. I used to do that with guests or patients in LA. I worked with them in a private practice for years. It took a long time. And therapy can take a long time. Therapy can be great, but it can also be time consuming and costly. And if you're in a high risk sort of situation, therapy can be dangerous because it can postpone or it can extend the crisis time. So we got to get you fixed quick, because if you're in a high risk situation, you're suicidal, you are on a bunch of meds, you have a drug or alcohol addiction, the stakes are high. We have to get you fixed immediately, because you might not have till next holiday season to figure this out. So there's an urgency to self-realization, especially if you're in a high risk sort of mode. So there's lots of ways to connect with yourself. The ones that I like the best, because I'm here in Costa Rica doing this, are plant medicine, meditation, yoga, positive, mindful-based classes, healthy food, exercise, clean environments, all the things that we're offering at Rythmia. That's what I really like as a modality, or multiple modalities. So when you're back in the grind, it's hard to find those things sometimes, and oftentimes those things are not available where you live. So if you're thinking about like a New Year's resolution for yourself, I would say, a good one is to self-realize and to get healed from any past traumas, and also to put the past behind you regarding trauma. Let's start with a clear slate in 2022. Let's get everybody focused on healing, success, and happiness. That's what we're doing at Rythmia. We're sold out this week. We got tons of space available in the next couple months, but this place is cranking and people are getting really good results. They're realizing what they came here for, which is their intentions to connect, to heal, and to be whole again. So thanks for listening. Hopefully you guys can get down here, call our 800 number, look at our Facebook page, Rythmia Life Advancement Center. You'll get some information about what we're doing and how to come here and how to qualify for our program. Thanks for listening. So hopefully see you guys down here soon. Pura vida.